Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items and the Blind Tiger's marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks.
Everybody listen to this.
That sounds lovely.
And if you're watching on the Patreon, watch that. What was that I opened, Ray?
That was a tin of rock shore.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a cider or something?
Yeah, is that a cocktail?
Up and cider.
Is that a cocktail?
What?
Is that look like a cocktail?
No, it's the new rock shore up and cider range.
It is the Uppins. From
the Uppin apple tree.
Yeah, and there's
from Yorkshire.
It's from the Dickens family. They were big into it, man. Jesus.
Yeah, Dickens up and cider.
Dickens cider. You know, they used to make it for years, man. The old fella used to make it. He was lethal at it, man. He was unbelievable.
Thank you very much. That was 126. Good night and God bless.
That was 127. Yeah, anyway, why am I drinking cider, Ray? Okay, here's why, right? I'm sick of giving out about Brendan Tierney on this because I actually do like him.
Okay.
But he's about as useful now as
chocolate teacup,
a chocolate fire guard, a nun's tits. And I'll tell you why, right? You know what I mean by saying, like, obviously, you wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I follow you with you.
It wouldn't be used at all. No. Anyway, he's away on holidays again. Yeah. Right? How many times has he gone on holidays now?
He loves caravans.
And he absolutely born and bred caravans, man. No wonder he from Tuam.
It's hard to keep him in the house at all.
Honest to God, man.
He's a fine house.
He's not comfortable unless there's wheels underneath him. Yeah. Honest to God, you can't. That's why he's a fucking driving instructor. Think about it, man.
Yeah.
You can't keep that man comfortable unless he has a set of wheels and alloys or something underneath him, man, and a chassis.
Sure.
He has to have a chassis under him all the time. Honest to God. We land in here, right? Big dicks around their own house. And again, there's no cocktails for us because Brendan's on his little holidays and he forgot to do it. Yeah. So you're having to drink Guinness and I'm having to drink cider.
It's a tough time.
Instead of the Blind Tiger's wonderful fruit drinks that we, again, don't have this week because Brendan's not here. So it's all on him, Mr. Miyagi me backside, or whatever it's called him, Sensei. But in his place, we have yet again James McManus from James's Internet and Computer Fashions.
Was Luke not available?
Luke, man, I rang him for about 10 times, right? I begged him. I said, please, Luke, will you do it? Please, 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 please. And he wasn't around, so we had to get number 3. But he's good enough now.
Thanks, James.
Give us a switch there, James. Oh, he's good, like. You see that? He's good. He went able to switch it up, you know what I mean? So fair play to him. The only man in Sligo that was born 40. So fair play to James, right?
So, you know the worst thing about this episode?
Go on.
It's going to be, if anyone does watch it on the Patreon, which is if you sign up, you can see it on the Patreon.
You can.
But your only reason for doing that would be I had popcorn before we started. And I'm going to spend the whole episode trying to pick the popcorn out of my teeth. Isn't that mad though? I don't even suffer from that.
Like, that's literally like going into public and picking your toenails, like, or something. You know what I mean?
You're just here like chewing. And like, chewing the gums yourself.
If I'm trying to watch you now, and I'm trying to tell you a story, like, you're not fucking paying attention to me. That's the fucking first thing.
But does it happen to you too? Would you eat popcorn?
I would eat a popcorn, man. I would now, but I wouldn't fucking pick them on my teeth in front of people, Ray.
Oh, sorry.
I'd let it sit.
I can't let it sit.
It could be pierced into me gum, it could be fucking pumping blood inside my mouth. And I wouldn't stand in front of you, man, and try and nobble it out of myself.
You'd have one popcorn and instantly your mouth is full of popcorn.
Yeah, that's so weird as well. And I thought the whole thing is supposed to fucking cook out of it. Why is there skins left everywhere, man? Like a junkie's carpet again. Skins left everywhere. Way! Jeez, have a smoke? Yeah. Dublin accent straight away again. The other thing is, Ray, is that it's a big night for you and I can't believe you're missing it. Your World Cup final and you said, no, it's grand.
No.
I'll leave it like.
The reason I said I'd leave it is because of one reason.
Go on.
That's what I said.
The reason?
Yeah. Just caught myself there. Is because you'd ever be listening to the radio, right? So you'd be driving somewhere, and there'd be a big final on, like a GA final or a football final, and obviously the radio presenter has a job to do, and they have to present their show. Yeah, and they said, "Don't worry, all the Mayo Kerry updates, we'll give it to you as they happen." Yeah, and tonight I'm going to do that.
What?
Yeah. So I've took Laura and Nicola downstairs. Yeah, they're watching the final. They're eating the cinema popcorn.
Stop calling it a final, though.
It's the final.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
The Love Island final.
I mean, it's not... Okay, go on anyway. The Love Island final.
The Love Island final on tonight, down below. The 2 viewers watching.
So we're obviously, you all know now, recording on Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday, yeah. So I'll be able to give you live updates, not that they'll matter a shite to someone in 3 years' time who's drawn in silage and wants to listen to all 120-something episodes backwards.
Oh, we have to give a shout-out later on the episode to that book.
That's mad.
Fucking
Do
hell.
it now.
Yeah, no, I have to find it then, and then it's the awkward part where, like, I try and find his name, and then we try and make it seamless, but it's going to take me 40 seconds.
Well, I'm up for that.
So a big shout out to Patrick Stack, right? Wait and you hear this. He said, how you boys absolutely binged the podcast the last 3 weeks.
Mad.
Seen one of your videos on TikTok.
Yeah, great.
Great platform to be showing the videos on.
Mighty.
And went down the rabbit hole and listened from 1 to 6 all the way back down to 1.
That's mental.
3 weeks. He said he was drawing silage for 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
My big thing with him is, did he hear us get shitter or better?
But it's a weird way to do it.
Because I don't know. Do you think we're worse at this now than we were back then? Because we were just natural boys. Like, now we're trying to fucking draw, no more than him trying to draw silage out of a load of shit. Like,
I don't think we have any stories left.
yeah, that's the thing. So maybe we were better back then.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas we'd always say, geez, don't listen back. You know what I mean?
Well, I still say don't listen to the first episode.
I wouldn't say listen to any of them. I know I'm not supposed to be self-deprecating here now.
Right.
But if I wasn't me,
Yeah,
if I wasn't me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't listen to this.
No.
Like, I can't imagine me going, yeah, them two boys are good there now.
I've found myself falling asleep to it a lot more. When I'd be editing it, I'd be tipping away, and next thing I wake up, it's 4 hours later.
And you go, geez, that was
Well, no, I'd be wondering about my work day. Do you know? Because I would have been doing it in my lunch break.
That's not right, though.
Did I fall asleep?
Yeah, should we not be doing this at all then?
Maybe we should.
But
leave
then,
it at that.
and you said a great thing earlier, okay? No, let's leave it at that. So, you said a great thing earlier, right? You said that it always amazes you that we'd say the TikTok videos that you think are going to wallop, don't.
Oh yeah.
Which lets you know that you never know your audience, and you never know what people find funny.
I'll give you two examples there now.
Go on.
When we had the crack about the two Johnnies, put that up.
Yeah.
Everybody was enjoying that.
Yeah.
Then there was also the bit of crack about the slipped rib syndrome from last week.
Yeah.
Where you said that Marilyn Manson was taking a good sucky out of himself.
Yeah.
I thought that was awful funny.
You thought it was the best thing you ever heard.
I thought I'm going to put this up on TikTok now. It's going to wallop.
And it went nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
Yeah. So is that TikTok's algorithm, or is it just that we don't even know what's funny? Because can I be honest with you?
Uh-huh.
When we talked about shifting third cousins,
Yeah.
I was like,
That was an aside.
I was like, that doesn't even mean anything.
It was
I don't
a bit
even know
at
what
the end.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. And there's still people commenting on that saying, oops.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that we don't know people like we think we know people, because the reason, obviously, that shifting cousins wallop so much is because people are fucking flat out shifting their cousins.
So what else do you do in a small country like this?
And everyone's a cousin of yours.
Everybody's a cousin.
And it's mad that we get, like, I thought that was an English thing.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
When we're talking about cousins now.
Okay, go on.
And I know it's final night.
Go on.
It's final night, right?
Oh, we're back on the... I forgot
back in the
about
final.
it.
It's going to be permeating the whole episode. So sorry I'm almost done.
Go on anyway, yeah.
Toby, who's a young lad that was on the Love Island, and he's in the final tonight.
Right.
He got a good chance.
Who's his girlfriend?
Chloe. Toby, and it only came out today.
Yeah.
Toby's owl one is from none other than Crossmolina.
Of course she is.
Isn't that mental?
Everyone's owl one is from Crossballina.
It was mad. She came in on the show last night, and it was just mad to see an owl one from Crossmolina.
And was she actually from Crossballina?
She is
genuinely?
from Crossmolina. Her aunt is from Knockmore, and they're on the radio saying about how great they feel about him doing so well.
His aunt is from Knockmore?
I think so.
So they're county champions, and they might be the Love Island champions as well. So anyway, Toby's mum is from Crossballina.
Ex-Molina, where I went to school. That's actually something, me and Toby have something in common.
You went to school together?
No, both of us, our mothers are from Crossmolina.
Right, okay. So
my mother might know his mother.
Your mother and his mother.
Oh my God, we can definitely get him on the show.
Is he the same age as you?
No.
No, he's a good bit younger than you, is he?
Come on, is he the same age as
Yeah,
me?
well, I don't know.
How would you see a 38-year-old in Love Island? That's not going to happen.
I would love to see you at Love Island, man. Just to shake things up a bit, like. Do you know what I mean? Like, here's the thing, okay? I think we might have talked about this already, but let's go for it again. If me and you if me and you go into Love Island, looking like we look now, not ripped as a bull.
No,
is ripped as a bull the only thing that women look for now?
No,
young ones now.
Apparently,
right?
Something called a dad bod.
Yeah,
is most sought after at the minute.
Yeah, and most people who have them aren't dads.
No,
but, like,
but I'm delighted to see this because this takes all the pressure off.
You
spend all your 20s trying to get a six-pack and all you can manage is a Heineken.
But
you know.
But do you think that's real though? Are they really into that? Like, or because if they are fucking great, like,
it's mighty.
I'm not going to ever look fit ever again.
No, but you've got now what everybody wants, so be careful now.
Hey, whoa.
What
the hell does that mean? I haven't got it yet, like.
What do you mean? Because you're not a dad.
Yeah, no, because I haven't got the body yet. What the fuck, man? I don't look like a fucking 40-year-old.
You,
man.
You're tipping around with dad. You've got all the accoutrements of a dad bod.
I'm trying to push it out to see fully. I do with me tits. Yeah, mostly me tits actually.
Yeah, you little dad bod.
Well, maybe like, but that's the thing. I don't know. Like, I find it fucking hard to believe that women would be more into a fella who has a bit on him than this fella who's ripped as a bull, like. But also,
I can understand that.
But also, the fella who's ripped as a bull, like, that's what I'm trying to get at. How far does ripped as a bull go?
What you
know what I
only
mean?
get so ripped.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that.
Do you know there's only so ripped?
I don't mean like how big can you imagine? I mean like in terms of a woman's consciousness and like what she's attracted to. Is she going to get laid up by your man of a night, right? And he'll throw her around the place and she'll go, Mother of Christ above, someone get me a wheelchair. Or like,
where are you going?
But and then is that it then? Is she like, look, your man was obviously ripped as a bull and it was tremendous feeling his
No, it's that you can
pecs.
if the washing machine ever breaks, you can do the washing on his washboard stomach.
Yeah,
do you know?
Okay, well, I didn't know that we were in 1930s America, Ray, when we had about doing washboard stuff. Like, Jesus Christ. But what I'm saying is, do you think then that, okay, hang on now, I'm going to fight for me and you right now.
Okay.
They go off and ride the Tobys of the world, right? One night, I'd say, would do them.
Do you think?
And then they need realism then again for the rest of their life because you can't live like that.
Why can't you live like that?
You can't be living looking at a fella like that who's a flute
like an Adonis.
Well. Like, just because he looks like that, he's still a flute, like, right?
Why? You're very hard on good-looking lads.
No, not good looking. No, because I'm not hard on myself, Ray.
Oh.
Or maybe I am as hard. I'm as hard as myself as anyone else.
No, anytime a lad looks well, you call him a flute.
No, that's the only person I've ever called a flute is someone in Love Island.
Okay.
Right? I'm just saying these people, obviously, it's all a fake thing, Love Island, right?
Okay.
So they can have their little night with them, but will they ever come back to people like me and you, the real... Like, will we be sitting in the bar one night and a load of young ones will come in the door and say, lads, we need people like ye again now because these ones are all flutes. Mm-hmm. And we go, well. Now.
We told you.
Now we fucking told you.
Do you remember in school we were telling you?
Sit down there.
Look at us.
Yeah. Sit down there and get your bottle of Corona and shut up in the corner,
But you did all right. You got to find a chung one in school.
Yeah, but I mean...
You were like a hero to men.
But I used to be ripped as a bull. Like, Nicola has Stockholm syndrome, right?
Right, what's
She's
that?
been around me too long. You know, like... oh, fuck. Insulted. Let me think now for a second.
The fact the filter's in there
Me
now.
and Nicola, like, I don't think we even know if we're attractive anymore because we don't know. As in, we've been together so long that we don't even know.
Right.
Like, I think Nicola looks at me and probably goes... Well, yeah, obviously Mark's very good looking, like, but she remembers me when I was 14. That was cute as a button. Now I'm like, but
you're not cute in a button.
Yeah, but
anymore.
does she look at me? I wonder, does she look at me with resent and go, "Fuck me," like that? Why did he go this way at all? You know what I mean?
Why'd let himself go?
Yeah,
yeah,
or not even let myself go. Just get older and a bit less.
Well, see,
you know,
I was struggling all my life. I've struggled since a very young man.
I'm not saying that I was obviously very good looking as
well,
a young
you were
fella.
lucky. It was late 20s for me. Right. Before I ever came into my own at all. I struggled badly in my... that's the reason I think I'm balding in the middle of my head.
Why? What's
because
that mean?
When I was in school, I couldn't go into school without a heap of gel in my hair.
Oh yeah, up to here job.
Yeah, and you'd be flicking it up straight.
Man,
and that's why, well, you didn't seem to suffer too bad from it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Lovely
Why did you... I think that's a myth.
What?
Are you talking about people saying if you put too much gel in your hair, you'll start losing your hairline?
I don't know. I must have abused myself when I was young.
What would you have used? You must have abused yourself.
Yeah, with the hair gel.
I'd say you were flat out abusing yourself, man. If you're on about the way you were going when you couldn't get a woman, man, I'd say you were abusing the head of yourself.
No. Literally, I was abusing the head of myself.
But
my head.
What gel would you be using back then?
Oh, I tried them all.
Do you know the squirty Brill Cream one? Like?
Yeah, you enjoyed that. The jelly one.
Yeah, and you'd put it in, right?
Yeah.
And it would be a rock for 5 days. And you'd wake up the second day and you'd go, no, should I just use that again? Like, I'll just leave it in like that.
Yeah.
And your hair would literally be like in clumps coming out the front. Like, was that what you were using?
I had all manner of stuff to try and get the hair to sit right.
And it looked like a wave outside Bundoran.
It looked like Sean O'Reilly would come over on the surfboard. So,
and fall. Honestly, that's what we used to be doing back then.
And then the worst thing is, like, years and years and years of buying hair products. And then I stopped. And that's when, things started coming into my own. When I stopped giving a shite at all of a sudden then, people started talking to me.
What do you do with your Gruig now?
This is the interesting thing now, right?
Go on.
I've had to go back to the hair products.
Right.
So I'm using a thing Sean O'Reilly just called Moon Dust.
Oh, Moon Dust.
Have you ever heard of Moon Dust?
Yeah, it's like when you go into the chipper and they said you want salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
And then you just tip it in.
It's a combination. Sean has
like
showed
that.
me how to do this. So it's like salt.
Yeah, like that.
It's hair salt.
Yeah.
So you put the hair salt in your head.
You be assaulted yourself.
Yeah, assaulting myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then when you put the requisite amount of salt in, then you get the comb or the brush and you brush it over to try and cover the bald patch. Right?
Not everyone does that, by the way.
And then when it's all in place, then you have to cement it in place. Then that's when you throw on the old hairspray.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So hairspray the fuck out of it.
But then it's just as
And
hard.
this would be my wedding get-up, a special occasion get-up.
So you do Moon Dust and hairspray on the day of a wedding.
Yeah, normally Sean does it for me.
So
I get my hair done on the day of the wedding.
By Sean.
By Sean. And,
does he ask you about your holidays?
Oh, yeah. I do ask him, are you busy?
Yeah, busy. He says, you going anywhere this summer?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a fella in yesterday. He was gorgeous.
He's reasonable as well. So
is he?
Yeah,
he's reasonable enough for a cavalman.
Yeah.
And tell me this. Do you do anything with it then of a day? Like, no.
No.
So you want your hair cut?
Except for the day where I like yesterday I had a very bad hair day.
Right.
I had a big curl.
Oh my God, did you?
Yeah.
Fuck, Ray. Are you okay to talk about this?
It was still a bit fresh, so I might leave it.
Because if you start going, Ray, I'll go. Honestly. If you go,
I had just a big curl on the left-hand side and I just couldn't tame it at all.
There's not worse, because my hair is kind of relatively long now. When I do wake up, man, she'll be sticking out every fucking way. I'm like Jimmy Neutrons, like, inside in the bed.
Isn't it lovely to think that people are actually, drawing in silence, listen to us talking about our hairstyles?
Well, Raybo, I like to part mine on the right now, but sometimes when I'm frisky, I part on the left. Let's start talking about hairstyles and why. Can we talk about other styles?
Yeah.
Okay. You, one day, and I'm trying to say this properly, insulted the shite out of me.
I did not. I questioned,
You said they were the worst shoe you've ever seen.
Since then, a couple of listeners to the podcast have weighed in on this.
Yeah.
A certain James Kelly said, all you're missing is the white sock, and next thing you're a Jehovah's Witness.
Well, James Kelly, man. Look, if there's one thing I could ever say about James Kelly, he could hate me back. What the fuck, like? What's going on? The Doc Marten shoe is the most standard put it on shoe, and that's it.
The boot is the shoe is never.
Don't
get upset.
You keep on about the boot as if the boot, like, the shoe is more standard than the boot.
I never seen the shoe. You see, when I was growing up,
you make fun of me, right?
Yeah.
For wearing a normal black leather shoe, right?
Yeah.
Nothing, not even shiny, nothing, just black shoe,
nice
right?
Standard shoe.
And you rock in, man, like you're in a Run DMC video, man, in 1994.
Hold on, let me get this up for the camera.
Throw up that shoe, man.
Ooh,
look, like what the you're 37-year-old and you're rocking in, man. Like you're seriously, like you're in the back of a hip hop. I'm expecting Will Smith to come out and start going, hey, and then you start breakdancing on a cardboard in the middle of the box room, man. Seriously, man. Like we got a television a while ago and the box is still out there. Do you want to break it up, man, and put it down here? You could do a couple of head spins.
For starters.
That is some boot, man.
Isn't it lovely?
No. It has every colour. It's like you're about to go on a Pride Fest, man. It's like you're about to march through Sligo town.
No, stop. I was watching Love Island After Sun one evening.
Is that what it's called? After Sun?
After Sun is the, where they talk about it.
That's smart. That is a fucking smart name.
You gotta hand it to them,
You gotta give it to them.
So I was watching After Sun and I seen a gentleman on it, had this lovely colourful pair of shoes.
Yeah.
What do they call these now? Trainers? Runners?
I'd call them a runner, like.
They're a runner, yeah.
They probably call them sneaks or kicks now, Ray.
Yeah.
The young ones.
The young ones,
Yeah, kickers.
Yeah.
Knickers.
So I says to Laura, I says, they're marvellous. And she said, oh, really? And of course, my birthday's coming up now soon.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, in a week or two's time.
No.
And she took a notion and she said, that'll do him for the birthday.
Oh, lovely. And she gave them to you.
So these weren't the ones that the gentleman was wearing.
All right.
But she found another colourful pair. And apparently you don't get these pairs unless you sign up and become a member in Nike.
Oh, no.
These are a members only brogue.
You're one of those. Did Laura wait up till 5 a.m, like, for these shoes to come out, like?
She was in a tent outside Cordner's.
No way.
From a Friday afternoon till the Sunday morning.
They're not Westlife tickets, man. They're Nike runners, like.
Imagine if that was the case.
Fuck's sake. No, but, so she got you I still can't get over it. It staggers my mind.
What?
That you have the audacity to come in and say, Kendy, they're awful yokes, and then rock in with...
they were awful. Look at the colour in these and the goodness and the joy.
Ray, come here. If I got you a pair or made you try one on, just
way.
to chances.
No, I'd be depressed. I'd be looking down at them and all I see is the drop of yellow in the lace. There wouldn't be enough colour in it for me.
All the stuff that I do for you.
There's another thing as well.
Dressing up like a Spaniard. We never talked about that, actually, did we ever?
No, we didn't.
We dressed up. Listen, we're not racist, right?
Which was the start of every good racist commentary.
I'm not racist, right? But we somehow managed to get our hands on 4 Spanish hats in about 12 hours.
Yeah, Tony Travers, he was able to supply 4 sombreros because we had an idea of dressing up as a mariachi band to sing happy birthday to one Trisha Cunningham.
And Trisha Cunningham, a big happy birthday to you. Now, Raybo said to Kendy, we need 4 Spanish mariachi hats and a cortina.
Yeah.
And we need it now.
Yeah.
Seems like an odd thing to say.
Yeah.
Tony, how's the crack, man? Yeah, we need 4 mariachi hats there in a cortina.
A 72 cortina.
A 72 cortina, which stopped and started 15 times in 200 yards.
I didn't think we get there.
He wasn't joking it properly, man. I kept telling you that. No, we landed in, and a big happy birthday to Tricia, and that was from two of our big listeners, Gemma and Kira, abroad in abroad in New York, who wanted to do that for their owl one.
So
we're not racist, band. But I felt like we should have had 4 mustaches as well. I kept saying andale. I don't even know what andale means. What does andale mean in Spanish?
Something you put under carpet. I'm surprised you didn't get that. Andale. No?
It's underlay. That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, fuck's sake. Anyway, is there any other crack you want to get into?
I have no updates yet now from the final, but I'm waiting on them.
Jesus Christ of Almighty, Ray.
Oh, that's something. You know this Mayo and Kerry game?
Oh, yeah.
I might have to go to Mayo to see it.
Well, it mightn't be Kerry now because that played Tyrone. You might have to go to Mayo to see us. What does that mean?
What do you mean it might be Tyrone?
Because Tyrone...
Oh, they haven't played yet?
No, they're playing again. They're waiting for the COVID to go away.
I'm tipping away thinking it's going to be Kerry that we're going to face.
What? No, it might not be yet. Tyrone are waiting. They're not sure if they're going to start COVID corner forward or not. And then...
Right. Sounds like a television programme.
It's supposed to be
Welcome
lethal,
to this week's COVID corner forward.
We'll talk about COVID as well coming up later on. But go on anyway.
No, I just... when there's talk of the final happening, I might have to go away down to Mayo to experience it.
Yeah.
Because it might be the year.
Would you go to Ballina?
I might have to go to Ballina.
How shit would it be like if you were one of the guys that got tickets to it? Like, given all the Mayo supporters that would love to go.
Well,
you know, I'd love to get you a ticket and like really like put it out there. Instagram all day and Instagram you while the game is on eating chips. Outside the stadium going, I wasn't really enjoying it.
How could we do that considering the abuse that the Limerick crowd got?
For what?
After the final there at the weekend.
What kind of abuse now? What do you mean?
I noticed today that the live music industry did come out quite much in force and say, come on lads.
Well,
how in the name of God could 40,000 of them tip around and enjoy themselves above Croke Park and we get no gigs?
Because they're outside, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're outside. COVID does not spread outside whatsoever, whether it's 40,000 or 100. COVID doesn't spread outside.
I agree with you.
It only spreads inside when you're playing Mr. Brightside. That's the only time that COVID will ever spread. No, the reason the music industry is pissed off is because ministers have gone on radio, right, and TV shows and say they've defended why Croke Park is allowed to go ahead. By the way, Croke Park should definitely be going ahead. Not with 40, I think with 80, right?
Oh, right, okay.
So I'll put that straight out. I think there should be 80,000 people out in Croke Park.
Yeah.
Right?
But then Electric Picnic should have gone ahead as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the problem is, so the ministers are going online, right? And they're saying, the reason we're letting the GAA go ahead and do whatever they want is because it's going to be a controlled environment. Everyone is going to be wearing a mask. It's going to be all seated, which it evidently is not. And it's going to be done in such a safe way where no one will be around each other. And I said this straight away when that spiel started coming out about a month ago. What happens on the tiny little Dublin roads on the way into the stadium? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
I heard this evening the guards were investigating reports of one particular establishment that was serving pints.
Oh, yeah, there was people drinking pints as well. That is, and like I said, yes, they should. But the problem is that everyone is sitting on their arse still in the music industry, right? And not just music, entertainment and arts and all that stuff, like, because we have to be careful when we talk about that, because we're not really arts to a certain extent. So people like me will say we're more entertainment. It's a different game, but we're all still sitting waiting. Which we were kind of happy to do for a while until all this bullshit of like, no, there's a reason why you're not doing this and they're doing this, and then none of it makes sense. You just can't expect us to believe it anymore.
No, it's a bit daft.
The problem isn't me, right? Because Kendy stood up, right, and got a new job, which I didn't fucking want to do, but I went and done it. But I have family and friends who are still waiting, right, for this stuff to come back and roadmaps and all this shit that they're going to be on about, which I know what's going to happen. They're going to come out with a roadmap in a couple of weeks now again to keep us happy. But the roadmap is going to lead us into fucking April next year. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's going to be another 6-month roadmap. And then, but other stuff came. There's a variant from fucking Ballina. No, that's a big one.
Ballina variant.
The Ballina variant, and that's going to wallop hard, Max. There's a lot going on there already.
Yeah.
Once that start mixing with some of the STIs that are going on the place.
Yeah.
All to be an awful mixture, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how they can live like on the back of statements like that when there's social media everywhere. We can all see videos of everyone gathered outside, roaring and jumping on top of each other, which they, again, I think they should be allowed to do.
So actually, the more you talk, I'd love to get a ticket to go see the Mayo match. That sounds like a good party.
You should do inside investigations. I know you work for the government.
Yeah,
right?
I can't do that. No,
but Ray. Look, Morris McCabe job. Let's get you whistle-blow the bollocks out of this, right?
I had to think there for a second. Wasn't he the book that shot the book that was coming into the house?
No,
that's a different lad.
That was John Daly. That was John Daly, and Tarantino was about to make a film about him. That's an awful statement. We're going to decide whether that's allowed to be kept in or not after this podcast. Panic. So, no, yeah, so... No, what was I saying before I made that stupid comment that might or might not be left in? No, yeah, the point is that we can very evidently see in front of our fucking eyes, and it's very frustrating to be then told another narrative while you can see what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Like this idea that they can go on and go, I know, they'd all be apart from each other. Don't you worry about that now. There'd be no one standing in Hill 16. And then it's on live TV, and we can see it. And they go, well, look, just let it be what it'll be will be.
Yeah.
What did we say last week? Catholic Church.
Eating and the flag.
No, the flag, sorry.
Not eating
No, but it's gone to the level of frustration now that is unbelievable because they're going to start cutting pub payments on boys.
Yeah.
All of my friends work in this fucking industry. Mm-hmm. They're all going straight down.
I did take with you now that you kind of jumped.
What do you mean?
Are you like one of the young ones who got the lifeboat in Titanic? Is that you?
And I'm giving out on the way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm rowing the boat away from the Titanic. And I go, lads, it's a disgrace you're still left there. Fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Well, I'll say it when I get over because I have to send someone back feet. That's very good. I helped him with all the women.
Terrible.
That's
absolutely ridiculous.
I promise I'd say once I get over there, I'm going to let them know straight away.
I remember ye. Sure, I can do next Friday night. Yeah, no problem. Where is it? Ballygolly. I've been here, I'm not charging big money. There's no competition.
No, none of the boys are around there. No, Jesus, no. I don't think they'll make it. Oh, fuck. No, they definitely won't make it, no. No, they're cold enough now. Fuck's sake. Anyway, that's why you've been Ray. Anything else you want to get to? I'm sweating balls, by the way. The heat wave is back. And if we get another week, this is going to be unreal, isn't it?
That's why I'm on holidays.
Oh, you're actually on your holidays.
I'm on my holidays.
You strategically picked us.
I did because everybody knows that the week when kids go back to school is scorching.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happens. Always.
Leave inserts.
Yeah.
And when the kids go back to school.
And they are the dates you go by.
Take your holidays and laugh at them. Because you'll never be happier in your whole life than laughing in the face of a child. I was downtown today, Ray. Honestly, I went downtown because the weather was gorgeous. Put on my shorts, my wee fair t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I went down the town. Glorious weather, and I just started laughing in kids' faces and spitting on them and going, "You're back to school, you little fuck." Anyway, it's just a good thing to do. I find usually on a Monday evening like that, you know.
Okay. You're enjoying the up and cider, are you?
Oh, this Dickens cider man is Roxor. Sorry, I think it was Dickens that used to make it. I said, go on anyway.
This is very good. All right, a couple of bits that I have to get to.
Go on, get to them.
And I'll start with something that rhymes with bits.
Look,
yeah.
Hey, how big are we talking, Ray?
We're talking
A cup, B cup,
a couple
C
of weeks
cup,
ago.
D cup.
We spoke about a set at a gig.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
now,
right.
When we talk, just to give anyone some context, if you've just come to us, joined us here in the podcast, we spoke about a gig we were at, and there was a young lady who had the girls out.
Yeah, she was wearing a completely mesh see-through top.
Yes, which obviously great. Now you're really specifying now.
No, I'm just saying it was like the reason we're talking about it is because we're not used to seeing that.
Yes,
that's yeah.
Now
go on.
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Go on.
Where do you think this girl was from?
Sligo.
Yeah. Do you know the girl?
No, I don't know her at all.
So do you think there was a relative chance that she'd hear about it or hear the actual piece?
I was once we edited that episode and sent it out, I was like, were we insulting or not that we shouldn't put that out because Sligo is tiny, and she's obviously going to find out. Are you about to tell me now?
Absolutely did.
Where is she? Is she coming in?
She's not coming in.
James, turn off the cameras.
She's not coming in. But I was informed at the weekend. I went out for a pint sheen.
Oh, lovely.
Or 6 on Saturday night with my good friend Dwayne.
Oh, yeah.
Don't touch me, Gallagher.
Yeah.
Myself and Dwayne went out for drinks. And while we were in a bar in town, a gentleman in the bar informed us that this lady had heard the episode.
No way.
Had listened to the section.
Brilliant.
I was waiting for the solicitor to get in touch. But it turns out that she wasn't upset, apparently.
Oh, lovely. That's great. So can we bring her in and not take her out?
No, we're not bringing her in. We're not bringing her in.
No, it's obviously a very progressive...
So you want to bring her on the podcast and talk to her?
Let's bring her on. I want to talk to them. Let's bring her on.
Them?
Her.
All right.
I know, I'm only messing that. Genuinely, I think it's class that she obviously isn't annoyed at us, and that we would not, we
not
did not
just class.
mean.
Very relieved.
Woo! Woo! No, we would never mean to be insulting her. And we didn't name her anyway. Her name is Aoife. No, I don't know who she is.
Right, moving swiftly on then.
Go on.
While we were out, myself and Dwayne was just commenting about how nice the town felt on Saturday night.
Right, okay, not his usual self then, he wasn't. No,
he wasn't. But do you know why?
Why?
Sean O'Reilly's away.
Oh, are we not talking about this?
Friends of the podcast, we've mentioned Sean O'Reilly. And he's away doing some gigs in France at the minute, which has proven quite detrimental to my relationship with Laura.
Why?
Because he lives in the house with us.
And he's kind of a mediator. Like.
And no, he's pretty much the only thing she's hanging around for. You know? She really, really misses him.
No, does she?
Yeah, and she's kind of, I'm hoping he'll be back at the end of the week.
She's waking up at 4 every morning, sneaking in, and there's nothing there.
She's not.
You know what I mean?
Actually, now that you mention it.
She's like creeping, and she's like, oh, fuck, I forgot he was gone.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
There was, one of us slept in Sean's bed during the week.
I heard about this. Yeah. I fucking heard about this, Ray. Because I was talking to Laura the next day, bags under her eyes going, I didn't sleep last night. I said, why didn't you sleep last night there, Laura? Why didn't you sleep last night, Ray?
Right, well, Laura got a little bit sick after the
She
Moderna.
got double dosed.
Yeah, she was a Moderna girl.
Yeah.
In a Moderna world.
In a Moderna world.
Yeah. So that's not the...
Oh, that's different.
Anyway, she got the Moderna, she got the double dose, and she hit her like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
And she was out for the count.
She got her bad wallop.
She got a bad wallop.
And they say now, this is what my old lady be saying, they say now that if you get the bad wallop, that means you would have got the bad dose of the COVID had you got it. That's what they say now. The girls at work are saying it.
Well, then in that case, and so Laura got the bad dose.
Yeah, so she would have got a bad dose of the COVID.
I was doing the minding on her during the day.
You were?
And then when I go to sleep at night, I suppose the subconscious would still be concentrating on the minding.
Yeah.
So there was one particular night there, I think it was second or third night, and I went to bed and I said, good night now, God bless. And she said, good night, God bless. And we left it at that. Yeah. And minutes later, apparently, she had just gone to sleep, and I... in my sleep went, are you okay? And she woke up and said, yes, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and then another half an hour went by and she got back to sleep again, and I woke up again and went, are you okay?
Oh, Jesus, she'd be driving her up
so she had to wake again, and then she finally got back to sleep. This is the third time going back to sleep. Yeah. And then the third time, in my subconscious, I must have dreamt that she was falling out of the bed. So I reached around and tried to grab her to stop her from falling. Now she was falling nowhere. And I again went, are you okay?
But, and then she says, Ray, you're annoying the head of me. You're going to have to go. She couldn't be annoyed at me. I know, that's what I was going to say.
She said she was going to Sean O'Reilly's room. And I said, there's no woman of mine going to Sean O'Reilly's bedroom. Whether he's there.
No, shagging away.
Whether he's in it. Whether he's in it or he's not in it. It's safer if I go in there.
Even the smell alone in there now.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what way you'd end up.
Yeah, you'd be tired on him. So like Jigglypuff, the kind of thing when they sing to you, you're gone.
So I went to John O'Reilly's room for the night. Slept like a baby.
How'd you feel? Were you crying?
I can see I can definitely see the attraction.
Did you immediately take off your jocks?
I was straight away. I couldn't help it. It's not a stitch on me. I was lying in the bed and all I could smell was just, I know, pheromones.
Ray, I hate that we do this because Sean, like, he hates that we do this. Like,
well, no, we're only just complimenting the fact that his room smells lovely. He must have bought nice potpourri or something.
Yeah, well, he has to keep it nice. Like.
Keep it nice, yeah.
Well, so he's gone. I love the fact that, like, you were so nice to Laura that you wrecked her head.
Yeah.
Because that is a woman in a nutshell. Like, do you know what I mean?
What?
As in, no matter how nice you are, you're still going to wreck their head.
Oh, yeah, no matter how nice you are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
And, like, I'm more turning that way more and more as life goes on.
Yeah,
right?
You're
okay. LIFEGOESON. Is that I spend my life not knowing it. I say this to Nicola, right, when she gets annoyed at me. Nicola, I just woke up today and all of a sudden I'm a bastard. Right?
Yeah.
But it makes sense though, because I never go out to annoy. And a lot of the time I think I'm joking.
I think a lot of people can identify with either waking up or just walking into a room.
Yeah.
And you're a bastard.
I walked in, I'm a bastard. Like,
yeah.
You don't even know.
You don't even know.
You're like, what?
And you'll find out in time.
Oh, yeah, eventually you will find out because
you'll find out you did nothing wrong at all.
No. What'll happen is you'll get into an argument in a couple of weeks or months, right?
Yeah.
And then you will finally have a leg to stand on, okay?
Right.
And then she'll tell you what you did wrong last month.
she'll save it.
You'll be like, I can't believe you. Yeah, well, last month when you walked into the room and I said I was fine, I fucking wasn't fine. I'll fucking tell you why now. Right? Because you walked on my shoes upstairs and you crippled down, you broke the heel, you prick.
Yeah.
Get out of the house, you prick. I'm not married yet. No, that doesn't really. No, but that's not from real life though, but it could be very easily. But my motto in life is I just woke up and now I'm a prick.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I just woke up that night and I was a prick. And then I had to go and sleep in Sean Riley's room. And now I know
But
what he's got.
But I get it though, because poor Laura was going, I want to kill you, but
she
I
couldn't
can't.
sleep the rest of the night. She was up the whole night.
Was she?
She was up the whole night.
Thinking you were getting rolled by Sean O'Reilly inside the room.
No, Sean is gone.
Fuck's sake.
But he's back soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. And that was what I was trying to say, was that Dwayne Gallagher and all the other men in the Sligo region are enjoying a brief break where all the viewers aren't talking to Sean.
Yeah, especially when you gig with him. Like,
No
you might as well
point.
go in wearing a black bag. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now that he's not around, Jade's like, how are you going?
How are you getting on? How are things?
He's going, what's your name? Sean O'Reilly. Have you had an announcement Ray, before we hit the diff?
Hold on now. Okay, we have an update from downstairs.
Bing, 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 bing,
Bing, bing, bing. And now, in third place, right?
Right.
Can you guess it?
Wait, no. Isabel.
No.
Turn it off.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Isabel, turn off right now.
Turn off
because
right now,
you're
yeah.
watching here who's going to win it, I presume.
Yeah, well, no, this is third place.
Oh, third place.
But
okay.
still, you don't want to hear this.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
I'm beside myself, Ray, and I'm about to go. So please just tell me.
in third place, thank God,
Please.
it was Faye and Teddy.
Oh, Teddy. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
because geez, nobody wanted Faye and Teddy to win it.
Faye and Teddy came third.
Yes.
Right? Now, what's Faye like?
Feckin' fiery.
Faye played to her, you would say.
No.
Would you say that?
No, I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say Faye played to her?
No,
Okay,
no.
go on.
No, she did a lot of shouting.
All right.
She did a lot of shouting on the
Yeah, I
series.
hate people like that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What are you trying to insinuate?
I spend an hour every week roaring into this fucking thing in front of me face.
Yeah.
And you get annoyed. Anyway.
Yeah.
So they're in third.
They're in
okay?
third place, so I'll move on now.
I wonder will we recording long enough to hear who wins and loses this?
We never know, it might be. We'll have to just say, look, we'll tell you next week. Yeah.
Next week you'll hear who wins.
Yeah.
But you know anyway.
I want to talk to you about something.
Go on.
I had, on Friday night, I went to Mass.
Oh, lovely.
Went down home to
Good long
Corneel
one.
Church.
Short one.
I'll tell you now in a second.
Go on.
So down I went. It was a Mass with my grandparents, and I haven't gone to a Mass with my grandparents in a long time.
Right, okay.
So I had to go. I said, I'm going to make an effort now. I've
You
no
better
gig on.
show face.
Yeah, some 7 hour tip down. And went to Corneel Church. And the esteemed Father James Corcoran would be officiating on today's Mass.
He does a gorgeous Mass.
A gorgeous Mass. Now, mind you, you're right, it was mad short.
Was
he
it?
flew through it.
He was in and out job.
In and out job. Now,
Yeah, but he has it off to a T.
he knows it well at this stage.
He has about 18 months hard training done, you see, for that, to get them down in and out. But he says everything he has to say.
He does. He said everything he had to say.
He reckons he can get to communion in 3.5 minutes. That's a fact, though.
Yeah.
That's fucking, he's right in on it, man.
Well, there we were. We came in late for starters. That was a problem, right?
Oh, sure, you miscommuted.
We know what happened was we came in about 2 minutes late. So obviously the Mass had started, right? So this is my first time in Corneel Church properly at a Mass.
Right.
Since the pandemic hit.
Oh, lovely,
So
yeah.
I don't know, do you remember Mass when you were going to Mass? There was always a spot you'd sit.
Oh, well, we were standers.
Oh.
Yeah, not mad. I never sussed that. I never sussed why the Kendys were standers. And the reason I never sussed why we were standers is because, like, we were kind of, like, you know, well known in Castlereagh,
Right.
we'd say. Like, the Kendys, we weren't, like, disgraced or anything like
Yeah.
that. But, like, we stood beside, a 6 person family stood beside all the boys farting.
Right.
Because they were drinking Guinness all morning and
Yeah.
we'd be drinking after Mass. I never understood why we never sat
And was
down.
there seats available?
Oh, there would be seats available.
But you just wouldn't go up and sit?
Loads of seats.
Yeah.
I think it was just there's an awkwardness to a Kendy, like, that is never really fully understood until you, like, go out with a Kendy or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You have to be really attached to a Kendy. I'm not like that.
You're not like the rest of the Kendys.
No, but every other one is the same.
Yeah.
There's an awkwardness to them that doesn't want to be seen. So they'll stand as far back and they'll literally eat farts the whole way through Mass just to not be seen. You know what I mean? And to get away quick because the car park getting out more than a god above you. Like, we'd skip communion sometimes. Shit, if Father Kevin's listening, he'll kill us. Oh, Jesus. We used to skip, you'd skip out during communion. Like,
Yeah, some people would.
while they're walking up, you're walking out.
Standard, yeah, you just go straight for the door.
No, what you do is you go get your communion.
Yeah.
So that you'd say, how are you, Father Kevin? How are you,
Yeah.
and they'd go, geez, the Kendys are in again. And sure, you'd be straight out the back door. Then
Gone.
you wouldn't hear anything about the match that was on that way. You know what I mean? So you'd miss that 5 or 10 minutes and you'd get out of the car park before all the devoted people would.
The devoted.
Yeah. So
Right, would you get hit with the church cake collection?
No, the church gate collection on the way in, sure.
Oh,
But the old lady used to be doing it. The old lady was a minister. Do you know that? You know where she'd be
A
dishing out?
Eucharistic minister.
I used to go up there, like, she'd be a Eucharistic minister.
Yeah, she'd be giving you the bread of Christ.
Yeah, and she'd have to walk home then because we'd be like, I'm not waiting for you, man. Either you rip off that shawl now and come out, or not fucking waiting for you because
Right.
the Sky Sports is on at Liverpool. I want to stop in Dials for a cone.
Okay.
So that we would, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Very strategic, like
We
the
weren't
mass
standers.
But you weren't, but you
No,
were.
we sat kind of 2/4 way down
Right, okay.
on the left.
Was there a social stature in where you would sit in Corneel Church?
No, you just had a spot.
And did you actually?
Oh yeah, there was a couple of pews there, pews.
Pew, pew.
Do you know where we would sit?
Yeah, but say now someone new moves around Cooneal or Killala.
Yeah.
Like when they go in, did you ever land in and someone was sitting at your seat?
No, we didn't have a dedicated seat.
You must be the O'Brien's, is it? You bought the bungalow up in the hill. You did.
No,
just to let you know. This is fucking McAndrew territory, right?
No.
We don't want to make this awkward, okay?
Yeah.
I know you have 13 kids, right? But you may fuck them down the back where you belong. You got to work your way up to mid. We're mid. You got to work your way up to the mid pews round this place.
That's not the case.
Check out the name tag. This is McAndrew's house.
Right.
None of that happens.
I've been trying to tell you this last 5 minutes.
I got it caught up in it. So you're saying that didn't happen?
That didn't happen.
Sorry. Fucking
right.
Go on, yeah.
So myself and Laura landed in late. And I scoped out. Obviously, this is Laura's first time in the church.
Right.
So she's literally just standing behind me waiting for me to move.
Yeah, okay.
And I scoped out and I seen there was a pew available up in our area.
Yeah.
Right? With one lady sitting in it on the inside.
Who?
Deirdre McHale, one of the family.
Deirdre McHale, get the...
No,
she's
she's one of the family.
Sorry.
She's one of the family. She's one of the
sorry.
family.
I jumped straight away. I thought...
I know, it's all right.
God,
Bridget's daughter.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget's young one.
Bridget's young one, yeah.
Let her in.
I spotted this and I thought, there's a perfect spot.
Yeah.
And it's right between the rest of the McHales up ahead of us.
Aye.
And behind us be my own family, Mike and Carmel, and Carmel was there, right?
Lovely. Amen.
So I ploughed up the thing, up the aisle, and into the left, and sat into the pew.
Right. Pew. We're going to do that every time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're going to do that every time. So I sat into the pew, and instantly felt absolute shame.
Why?
I didn't know it was Deirdre McHale sitting beside us.
Right.
At the time, I just seen a lady and I seen space in the pew.
And she had a mask on, you see.
I realised that you're not supposed to sit in pews with other people.
What?
Sure, it's COVID. It doesn't work the way it normally works. You find your own pew.
Pew. And come here. Did she... But
I couldn't look left for fear that I was going to. I thought she was going to leave the pew, and I spent the whole 20 minutes of the mass worrying about the fact that I'd upset this lady's evening by bringing the COVID into her pew.
But come here, you're treating Cooneal Church like it's Sicilian or something.
There was 166 other pews.
Jeez, pew. It's a big fucking church. 166.
I might be exaggerating, but there was many other seats we could have sat in. But I picked the one beside someone who wasn't in our bubble.
And who did you think she was?
I didn't know until after.
And who did you think you were landing in beside her?
I was just stupid. But this is what I'm saying.
We need to make a public apology.
This is habit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
saying.
It was what I used to do before the COVID came.
Yeah, but you still should have that right to do that. Like you said to me at the start of this conversation, the McAndrews have land inside in Cooneal Church, and it's our territory, man.
But Deirdre would then
no
would have
more
the
than
right
the
to
gangbangers popping each other in LA. It's the same.
What did you call
thing.
them? Gangbangers.
Gangbangers popping each other in LA. It's the same thing in Cooneal Church, Ray. Inside in LA, you wouldn't see the Crips going up on the Blood Boys or whatever the hell they're called.
Bag
a Crip,
potato.
yeah, you ate it like that. A few Crips, right? You wouldn't see the Crips going up on top of the Blood Boy. The same way in the Cooneal Church, you would not see the McHales taking over McAndrew land, and it shows you that living in the town like Sligo has made you soft because you should have boosted her into the job.
But she's one of us. I just didn't know it. Anyway, that was the biggest thing that happened to me all week.
Well, do you know what, Ray? Look, unfortunately, during COVID, even if that is the biggest thing that ever happened to you, I wouldn't be embarrassed about this.
Yeah, I was embarrassed until I realised it was Deirdre, and I said, Deirdre, I'm off sorry about that. And Deirdre said, no, I know about it at all.
So that was the end of it.
Yeah,
why can you make it way more dramatic?
What?
I said to Deirdre, I'm off sorry about that. She said, you better be sorry about that. She pulled out a samurai sword, chopped off Laura's hand. That's a way better ending, like, for God's sake, man. That's some Kill Bill shit going on right now.
Yeah, now Laura's got a prosthetic hand now, but she's very happy with it.
She has a prosthetic hand, and Deirdre McHale is sitting outside the house every day with 5 cars behind her, and boys coming out with sunglasses on and suits, and oh, Jesus, they're going to burn down the shade. Ray, you gotta drive these stories on. People will believe them. Have you anything else you want to say before we go?
No.
Any more word on the updates? We'll update you after.
Oh, sorry, I missed one of them.
Go on.
We had a 4th place.
Oh, well, fucking, even better again.
Kaz and Tyler.
Kaz and Tyler, they sound like a duo from Scunthorpe.
Tyler and Kaz.
They sound like they're just from Bournemouth, the two of them, and they do songs like, hey, Kazzy and Tyler in the room.
Anyway.
And we're walking. Yeah, so they came fourth.
Lads,
come back next week if you want to hear who came second and first.
It's between now Millie and Liam.
Oh, here's a good game. So Millie and Liam, go on. Millie and who's the other one?
Chloe and Toby.
Okay, Chloe and Toby are the other ones.
Toby's from Crossmolina.
Here, even though we're not going to know who won it now in this episode, what we're going to do, because this is even better again, because people will know by Thursday who won it.
Okay.
Who does Ray McAndrew think is going to win it? Call it now, Ray. Here we are. The big thing. I'm getting emotional, Ray. And if you start going, I'll go. Who's going to win it, Ray? Come on now.
Look, don't get me wrong. With the links to home and cross-line and everything, and I really appreciate Toby now a lot more than I did until I realised his mother and my mother would be friends.
Good friends. They were both reared again the same.
Both went to the same school. His mother probably went to the same school I went to.
She definitely did, Ray.
Yeah, anyway.
She played hopscotch on the same land you played. She sat in the same pews in the same church as you did, Ray.
I don't think I was crossing the line.
Step out now. Step out, Ray. Tell me who's going to win it now.
I don't think Chloe.
Put your money where your Mickey is.
I think it'll be Millie and Liam.
Minnie and Liam.
Millie.
Ray called it. Who?
Millie.
Minnie. Billy. Billy. Okay.
So yeah, they call it Milliam.
Okay, Milliam, and who?
Millie and Liam.
Oh, that is what they call the Milliam. Well, of course they're going to win because they're called Milliam.
Yeah.
What's the other ones? Chloe and who?
Chloe and Toby.
Yeah, Chloe. Okay, so it's either Chloe or Milliam, lads.
Yeah,
Ray called it as
Milliam.
We all know who won, obviously, after this. We don't know right now. We're probably going to go down now and find out who did win.
And you know what the funny thing about this is?
Go on.
The book now in 3 years' time that'll also be drawn in silage, young Mr. Kane.
Yeah.
Right? Is it Kane? No, Stack.
Stacky. We call him Stacky now, man.
Yeah, we call him Stacky. He'll be in 3 years' time listening to this episode long after Love Island is ever over.
Yeah, I know. It's mad.
And it'll be completely irrelevant.
I know, but sure. And you know what the other thing is, and this is why I'm so excited, and you can hear the excitement in my voice. This is officially the last night when I have to hear about Love Island ever again.
There will be one more.
Fucking Jesus, Mary and St. Joseph above.
To bring them all back at some point and see how they get on. Do you know, out in the real world.
We're nearly there, lads, okay?
We're nearly there.
Anyone there who's on the same page as me, we're nearly there. Ray, a big thank you to Blind Tiger and Anderson's Grill and Bar for sponsoring. And another big shout out to James McManus back there. James McManus' Internet and Computer Fashions for switching the cameras away. Have you any? And you look like you have a shout out to give there or something.
No, I thought I had, but I don't.
Oh, never mind then. Fair play to you all.
Oh, we'd have to give a shout out to the sponsors.
I just did that there while you were looking at your phone. Sorry. Are you still trying to pick out popcorn out of your teeth, man? You're not listening to me at all. Ray, fair play to me.
Fair play to me.
James, you want to say fair play to me? Fair play to me. Good luck.
Good luck. The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar.